gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship sanctioned by the WCW. Coming to the ring at this time, he's wearing a red and weighing in at 245.5 pounds, an international superstar who has come here tonight to take this title out of the country to his hometown of Tokyo, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, the Great Muta.
The Great Muta returns.
I have never seen him wrestle live.
Well, you're in for a treat because he's one of the greatest in this world.
And his opponent, coming to the ring with his manager, the famous Colonel Parker, wearing blue with white letters, weighing 251 pounds. He's a former member of the famous Hollywood Blondes World Tag Team Champions. He's a former two-time World Television Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the current U.S. Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Stunning Steve Austin.
Colonel Rob Parker presents Stunning Steve against the Great Muta. The United States title is on the line. Muta, who was a Battle Bowl winner back at the end of 1992. A man who was World Heavyweight Champion at one time. Looking to do something unprecedented, and that's bring that U.S. title to Japan.
Well, why not? They own Radio City Music Hall. They own half of New York City. They own 3/4 of the United States. They own Honolulu. Why not have a U.S. title?
Why not, I guess? Well, we'll find out. Stunning Steve has really been on a roll, though. You know, we talked about earlier about Flying Brian and who was the main man of the Hollywood Blondes. Was it Stunning Steve or Flying Brian? Stunning Steve has gone on to greatness in singles competition.
Muta's a lot bigger than I thought he was.
Well, he's a gigantic guy. Powerful.
He's quick, too.
Great upper body. Now, fans, if you've been watching WCW Saturday Night, you know that for the past 3 or 4 weeks, Colonel Rob Parker brought some of the wrestlers from Japan here to work out or have a sparring match, if you will, or a match against Stunning Steve. He was successful in all 3 matches leading up to this event. Against the Firecat, against Haito, and against Tanaka-san. And he developed a brand new hold. An inside toe hold, or the Hollywood and Vine.
I'll tell you something about this Muta. You know, they looked at him in Japan like the people here look to Sting. I mean, this man is a big, huge, colossal star over there. And if he goes back there with the U.S. title, the country's his.
Muta not only has a lot of high-risk maneuvers, a lot of martial arts style, but he is a great mat wrestler as well. A complete wrestler. Side headlock applied on Stunning Steve out of the top wrist lock.
They're very careful with each other, aren't they? They're not going to make a move.
Has anyone checked in the locker room to see if Cactus Jack is still alive or not?
Yes, I have my people going back there. I should know within momentarily.
Came out of Germany without an ear. He almost came out of Chicago without a head.
Hey, he hasn't left yet. He hasn't left yet.
Right hand on the side of the head. Stunning Steve.
We know he's missing one ear and a brain. You figure it out.
Over the top. Muta. Abdominal stretch.
Uh-oh. I've seen a lot of people beaten with this.
He caught him with an abdominal stretch. And Stunning Steve doing all he can to break the hold. He got the hand free. And now Stunning Steve reverses. Oh no, but Muta waiting on him with a nice elbow.
What I'm noticing here is the respect they have for each other. Nobody's jumping down each other's throat real quick. No one's making bad moves. They're really trying to feel each other out, see what they're about.
Let's watch our elbows out here.
You know what Muta means in Japanese?
No.
Don't you speak Japanese?
Just a couple of words.
I don't have time to teach you.
Now, a reversal, look at that. Rolled him over after he broke the hands free. Once again, Muta showing that he is a great mat wrestler. Keeps him right on the mat.
Well, you know, Japanese people are very proud people, and the last thing he wants is that 15-hour flight home without the gold.
I brought this up on many occasions. Muta comes to the United States for basically one match, and I wonder about the time difference.
Well, like I said earlier in the week, he better have gotten here Monday or Tuesday, no later.
A one count, you know, we talk about it, it's about a half a day's difference, about 12-hour difference, I think, between
13 hours, something like that. But
Tokyo and United States. I guess considering it's Chicago, it is 13 hours.
of course, Gary's 14 hours from Chicago.
A pickup, belly to back. Stunning Steve with a great counter move. Stunning Steve became the U.S. champ in our last pay-per-view of 1993. Starcade from Charlotte, North Carolina. Defeated the natural Dustin Rhodes in a 2-out-of-3 fall match. And that suplex dropped him down on his head. Almost like a brainbuster.
Look at the acceleration out of Muta. That's how you can tell when an athlete is geared.
Side headlock takeover.
Boy, this man is very quick. I'm impressed. Don't get impressed easy.
Oh, I know that. This event comes to you from the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago. Aaron Neville opened up our festivities with a beautiful rendition of our national anthem.
5 minutes gone by, 5 minutes.
Don't tell anybody, but that was me singing. He lip synced.
Give me a break.
Oh. And I haven't got time to show you, but take my word for it.
I forget that.
But he's not bad. His lips keep up pretty good. I thought he'd be faster or slower, but he's good. He's right there on the money. He's a pro.
Stay, Austin.
You hear Nick Patrick as Austin gets back to his seat here. This is the second of 4 title matches. Muta still holding on to that side headlock. Colonel wiping the brow on the far side. He's very concerned.
Well, he has an investment.
Down goes the champ. Muta over the top. He rolls out of the way. And drop kicks him down. What a move. Muta. Side headlock takeover. And a 1 count. Stunning Steve with a great counter. Muta hitting with a couple of great moves that time, but still Stunning Steve back on top of the head scissors.
Well, Muta's got a plan. You can tell that. He keeps going back to the side headlock. Keeps taking him over. Muta's thinking constantly. He's probably thinking, I would say right now, 4 to 5 moves ahead of what you're seeing here right now. He's going to try to set Austin up for something. Austin's going to try to keep him down. That's why he's got hair and trunks. Hold him down.
Hair and trunks.
Sure, use anything you can. Wait a minute, what? I just got word the paramedics are in the back. There are 2 ambulances parked behind the Rosemont Horizon here. I don't know who they're for.
I can imagine. There are 4 guys. One obviously would be Cactus Jack.
No, I think he's going in 2.
Well, Muta escaped the head scissors, and that prompted the U.S. champ to take a powder.
He's got me completely flustered.
Stunning Steve will come in on the near side. He walked halfway around the ring. Slowing this pace down. Back to the neutral position, hooks the tights.
Well, he has to dictate the pace. He's the champion.
Over the top front face, look at that great counter maneuver. You notice that Aaron Neville is now sitting beside you, Brain. I think maybe he heard what you were talking about.
Oh my. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Heck of a song. Boy, can you belt one out.
As Muta clamps on the hammerlock and pulls the left arm, trying to get him into a pity predicament here. Watch out! 1, 2, and he got away.
Now, you sure he's not using the tights when he turns him over? That's my good buddy Aaron.
Yeah.
Sings like a lark.
Meanwhile, back in the ring,
Is he listening?
he's watching.
Well, it was really me. I just wanted to feel, but he's an out-of-towner.
Side headlock. There's only one Brain, huh?
That's all you need.
Over the top. Colonel got the leg. He caught the leg of the Great Muta. A knee to the back. Muta spills on the outside. So Colonel Parker, he's after Muta. He's choking Muta.
I believe he was wiping some drool off his chin. He wasn't choking him. That's the kind of a man Parker is.
Yeah, boy.
Took his own handkerchief out of his pocket and tried to administer some help to Muta. What a man.
Clubbing forearm shot.
Colonel, defense. A good defense.
Wait, are you coaching again here from the ringside position?
No, I'm just talking to my buddy, the Colonel.
Muta spilled on the outside.
Worst case of acne I've ever seen.
He's back up. Stunning Steve after him again. Muta had to contend with two men here. That's tough.
What do you mean, two men?
Oh my. Head first.
You back up, let me take care of.
Muta trying to get back in. He's in finally.
How much does he speak English?
He speaks a little bit.
Does he understand the count? Does he understand disqualifications? Does he
Yes.
understand all that?
Of course. I mean, he has wrestled in this country before. He won Battle Bowl. He's been the world champ.
I know, but does he understand?
Yes, he understands. How can you, 1, 2, how can you not be a champion and not understand how can you be a champion and not understand the rules? Don't answer that one. You'll come up with something.
It's very simple, but I don't have time to explain it to you now.
Ever since Colonel grabbed the leg of Muta about 5 minutes ago, it's been all Stunning Steve.
Do you see any company here? Any special guests in the crowd yet? I don't.
Well, I
I'll get
know
to that later. Go
well,
ahead.
not only is Aaron Neville here, I know that Bruce MacArthur's here of the Wirtz Corporation Chicago Blackhawks. General MacArthur, we call him. And I understand Randy Myers is here.
My good buddy.
The Chicago Cubs.
I got him tickets for half price. I would have got him free, but you know how WCW is.
Does he have a handful of cloth? Can't really call those tights.
Aren't those martial art pants?
But they are.
I guess you couldn't wear them to a formal function, but I guess if you're Muta, you can.
This is what Stunning Steve tried earlier, the abdominal stretch, when he countered Muta.
That takes a lot out of you. It doesn't look that dangerous a move, but it turns your whole spine. Plus, it's hard to breathe like that. Here, get up, let me show you. Let me slap that on you.
No, let's call the match.
Can I powerbomb you?
Muta trying to mount a comeback here.
I can't imagine. I'm amazed that the people here in Chicago are cheering for a foreigner to beat Stunning Steve Austin, the United States champion.
I think the people here want fair play, and they haven't had it. Colonel Parker.
Chicago? Fair play. Look at the Cubs. Look at the Sox. Look at the Bulls. Look at the Blackhawks. Bears, fair play.
Blocked right hand. What tremendous endurance Muta always shows. What an athlete. Into the ropes. He missed. He tried a drop kick. Stunning Steve is on the middle rope. Look at this. And he's on target.
He got him good. Bye-bye.
Got a 2 count. Steve in a cover, and a 2 again. Hooks a leg now, and a 1 and a 2 only.
Muta, you better get your passport out. You're going home.
Right at the face of Colonel Rob Park. A good look at the champ, the challenger, the foot. Watch out, Colonel Parker again. I guess he was just wiping the sweat off his brow that time.
I mean, there's no end to how much this man can help you health-wise.
Yeah, boy.
He should work for Hillary Clinton.
Head first. He blocked it. Right hand. Muta.
Oh, is he quick.
Fans want the moonsault. And they're chanting Muta's name here. Send Stunning Steve up and down. The Great Muta going after the U.S. title.
Parker is beside himself.
Standing drop kick. Stunning Steve tried to swat it out of the way, but it's still connected. And here he goes. Muta.
Oh, he don't. Look at this.
Oh, my. And a big nobody home on that one.
And I believe Colonel Parker bringing those other Japanese wrestlers here helped Stunning Steve Austin a lot. It seems he anticipates.
He's going for it. He's going for the Hollywood and bind. The inside toe hold.
I don't think he's got it firmly hooked like he wants to.
You're right, he doesn't.
Oh,
Muta gets out of it.
That's just over on Sunset and Vine. He didn't make it all the way to Hollywood yet. Just up the street a bit.
Into the midsection. He tried to put it on, tried to go for it. Now to the ropes. Reversal. Muta picks him up. How about? That's a stun gun. He's taking a page away from Stunning Steve and Colonel Parker with the stun gun.
He's done his homework, Shivani.
But he's not covering him. Enabling Stunning Steve to scramble to a neutral corner. There he goes.
The man that made that famous. He feels it.
Muta being cheered here. He's going for the big one. Disqualified. But he's not finished.
Colonel, get back to the dressing room. Nothing more can be proved now.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee has ruled a disqualification.
Yes.
Stunning Steve Austin retains the title.
Yes.
He is still U.S. Champion.
Well, he escaped on this night.